Good evening, everybody. I'm having slight technical issues. I'm not sure what that's all about. I hope you are all okay. I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to eat my dinner while I talk to you because baby Fran didn't want to go to sleep tonight. And so we're a bit behind and everything. So sorry about that. But hello, good evening. Thank you for joining me on this Thursday. Thank you for avoiding the World Cup to be with me. I appreciate you being here. Good evening to Ruth and good evening to Evil and anyone else that's hanging around. Thank you for being here with me. So how's your day been? What have you been up to? Tell me all about it. You know I love to hear what you've been up to. I'm just not having a good week really. It's just, actually, to be fair, this morning was pretty good. This morning was pretty good. Right up until I realised I got a parking fine. You know what? I was having one of those days where we all got up, we got ready, you know, we went out the door, got to childcare.
Hello, IT, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Got to childcare on time, everything's great, and then I open this letter and there is a flipping parking fine, and you know, and you're just like, God damn it. So I had a look, and I remember what had happened. It was one of those days where I was going to a restaurant, and it's one of those restaurants where you have to put your vehicle reg into one of their screen things when you get through the door, and I'd completely forgotten to do this because, you know, the baby needed me and it was raining and it was busy and we were meeting people there and it's one of those things where normally Mr. Fran drives to that restaurant and I had forgotten, and you know when you're just like, oh my god, so frustrating. So anyway, this is just a reminder to anyone who's going anywhere, make sure you've paid to park or put your reg into the thing you need to put your reg into so you don't get charged £100 people. Oh, it's not what I need really. Has anyone else ever got like the worst parking fine? Don't you just hate them? They're just like the most annoying thing in the world, especially when you've actually not illegally been there, you've just forgotten to put your reg number in. Anyone else got any really annoying parking fines they want to tell me about? Drop it in the comments below. I love to hear about other people's misfortune as well as my own. Mr. Pippin's coming to say hello. I just needed to move my dinner out of his way because he's like, oh, hello. There's some spaghetti carbonara up there. I think I'll have a little sniff of that. You can sniff yourself off my dinner, Mr. Pippin. Thank you very much. So how has everyone else's day been? Apart from the parking fine, it wasn't too bad. I don't know if you guys remember me telling you that we had a little bit of a flood in the kitchen a couple of weeks ago. Well, Mr. Fran had the good idea of ringing the home insurance, and I don't know why, but I never really think about using the home insurance for anything. Hello, baby. So I rang the home insurance today, and it's covered, and you know when you're like, oh, that's so nice. And I spoke to a really helpful chap on the phone. Thank you, Reese from Acorn Insurance, if you're listening. Cheers for that. He was very helpful and went through the whole thing with me, and it just made it so easy. And you know what, you always hear horror stories about insurance companies, don't you, like they're so unhelpful and stuff. Well, today they were very helpful. So what's very nice is now I need to take some photos of the kitchen and the damage, and I need to take to get some quotes from some tradespeople about getting the kitchen fixed, just like the floor needs relaying and stuff like that. So if anyone knows anybody that can recommend anyone in the Kent area who is a really good tradesman who'll be able to fix some kitchen cupboards and a kitchen floor, then please recommend them to me, because I could definitely do with a recommendation. I have no idea where to start with this kind of thing. So last time we finished the raids, the raid story, which went on for ages actually, I have to say. And then we went back to main story quest and ended up doing a dungeon last thing at night. Obviously, so we ended up finishing a bit late, so sorry about that everybody. Quick stop for pasta. What's everyone else had for dinner, by the way? Mr. Fran got pizza and didn't even bring me any. Rude, that's what I say. Thank you, lurkers. Hello, Raha. So yes, it's been a bit of a rushed evening. Mr. Fran went out for a little bit because it's my sister-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, So yeah, yes. What are you having for dinner? Always a good question. How's your day been? And all that jazz. So we are now trying to sort out going back to the void to rescue the dragon. We've got a way of doing it. Thank you to Estonia and Orangier. Thancred came back. The whole gang's almost back together again. It's brilliant. So let's go to gameplay and get on with it, shall we? With a mouthful of pasta to help. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, and we have to go to Ham Island, and I made a joke about pigs needing to be there, and because we had to get permission from the what are they called, the forum, to be able to go there. You know, they like to get involved, don't they? No. Oh, it's going on here. Off we go to old Charlene. Charlene. It's all going a bit Pete Tong with the football as well, as everyone heard about this. So FIFA haven't sold enough tickets, but ticket prices started at like 550 either dollars or pounds. I can't remember. I think pounds. That was like the lowest price ticket, and so obviously people can't afford that, so they haven't sold enough tickets. I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? Well, not everyone's a billionaire. Anyway, so I'm not even sure who's playing, but come on England, obviously. I think I mentioned to you guys that I've got like the worst teams ever in the sweepstake. I've got, well, not the worst teams ever, but I've got Paraguay and Uruguay in one. And you know, when you're just like, I don't remember Paraguay and Uruguay winning any football matches recently. I'm sure they're going to do their best though, so come on Paraguay and Uruguay, you've got this. I believe in you. Does anyone else do like a football sweepstake at their work or with their friends or anything? Oh, do I have to get another ticket to the ferry, or can I just go around them? I guess I have to get another ticket, do I? Are we free? No. I have to get another ticket. Really? No, I don't want to go to Limps, I want to go to Ham. Well, what am I supposed to do? Oh, that's the wrong way. Hang on a minute, dear Aurora. You have England, Iraq and Japan. Okay, well England's not bad, is it? Oh, there we go. Right, this is where we did our... I don't know if Japan's known for their football. I'm not sure Iraq's known for their football either. Well, maybe they'll surprise us and we'll have an outside winner. Let's hope, shall we? Just, like, literally, he'll get up to anything, won't he? Right, Orangier, here we go. To not only allow us the use of the tanks, but to arrange their transportation to Garlemald besides. Blessed are we to count Kokol among our allies. So, in order to get... It's all a bit complicated, but basically, we're trying to create a gate from our world to the 13th. And the best way to do that is to try and do it to the nearest place we need to be. And we think, spoilers, if you haven't got this far, don't listen now. We think that Gold Bears is on the moon of the 13th, so we've got to go to the moon of our star, open this gate. We need a lot of aether to do it, so fortunately Kakal and the forum have agreed that we can use this aether and take it. It's all very complicated, don't you know? Unto thee we must also give thanks, Thancred, for coming to our aid on such short notice. Oh, Thancred was bored. Please. You know I'm always happy to help. Don't hesitate to call on me again. See? Told ya. Told ya. Oh god, Pippin, what are you doing? What should we have? Piety, battle dance, quick on, quick tongue. Let's go for quick tongue, that sounds good. Excuse me a minute. Till next time. So we went into Aetherfont. We defeated some enemies in order to kind of free up the way to go to Ham, basically. Cool. Okay. Let's speak to Orangiate again. It's time to proceed to the next stage of our plan. With the Trank's teleportation thus arranged, our first task is complete. Jolly good. Good job, team. We may now turn our attention to the second. There's always 3 parts to a good plan, isn't there? To wit, obtaining the blessing of the Ilsabard contingent to use the Tower of Babel to channel energy unto the moon. I mean, it'll be a doddle, I'm sure. Our destination is Camp Broken Glass, where we may present our petition to Commander Lucia. Off we go then. Walking on broken glass. Do 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 do. I feel like I've done a lot of teleporting for not a lot right now. So, I had this ready meal in the freezer because I haven't had time to cook, but it's a bit stodgy. It's not how I'd make a carbonara. Hey ho. Hey ho, it's doing the job. Right. Let's go and find Lucia. So you can tell you're a toddler mum, right? When you say Lucia, you basically get the Wiggles in your head. Has anyone seen the Wiggles? So the Wiggles are an Australian like kids band that sing all nursery rhymes, but in a groovy way. So you know, if you've got a toddler, have some Wiggles in your life. You get a little bit of an Australian accent going on, which is fun. Diawara, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Void Scent incursion. Your actions saved many. They usually do. What brings you here today? Well, we're here to cause trouble. Pray, forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Good evening, Kingdom Link. Thank you for joining us. So, they're going to have a chat now about what's going on. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We need to go to the moon. See, toddler mum. Indeed. We appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking unilateral action. Well, you know, we're polite. Tis no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel. And I speak not only of the technological challenges. Hello? My screen froze there for a second. Sorry, I've got no idea what the middle bit was, but there we go. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Pending a... hang on. He was a Garlemald person, wasn't he? Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. This sounds like a them problem. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by Anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, It's like to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his void-sent hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. 0. Patience and negotiation. Diplomacy, my dear. Yet, even were we to convey a warning to the public, many do simply not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to live the personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Void Sent with their own eyes? Subtle as ever, 0. Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this cold, yes? A natural thing to do might be to make them a fire, yes? But what if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harboured an acute fear? Sensible. Despite the benefits, nay, the necessities of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So, like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yes, we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alfino and Alice, with the rapport they have established with the Garlean people. I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. In the meantime, Your Antier, may I ask you to remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? Right, off we go. There we come on that. It's only 100 gil. We got 79,000. Wouldn't it be nice to have 79,000 actual cash monies in the bank? Okay. Oh, I have had a little bit of a... I keep having little freezes, so I'm sorry guys if that's affecting the stream. I don't know what's going on. Right, Mr. Alfino, where are you? Alfin. Oh, I need to amend. No, I didn't because Mr. Fran amended me instead. It's a strange turn of phrase if ever there was one. So, I'd be a bit negligent if I didn't mention what's going on in Belfast. So, Belfast, for my non-English friends, is part of Ireland, part of Northern Ireland. Ireland is a bit complicated, so they didn't want to be part of England, some of them, so we separated that. Basically Ireland was separated into two countries: Southern Ireland, who still wanted to be part of England, and then Northern Ireland that wanted to be their own country and part of the EU. And unfortunately there's been a lot of historical violence in the country. You may have heard of a group called the IRA, a lot of religious conflict between the Protestants and the Catholics, so it's got a complicated history. Well, it's kind of kicked off in Belfast because a young man was attacked, and unfortunately the attacker was from Somalia, and so this has caused some people to go on a rampage, and they have been burning down houses and smashing things up and all this kind of business. Now, I know it's a horrendous thing that has happened, but at no point is it okay to go setting fire to innocent people's houses just because they come from another country. You've got children who now don't have anywhere to sleep because this has gone on. It's a complicated business, and I know that there's a lot of strong feelings, but violence isn't the answer, everybody. So please calm down. Please stop attacking innocent people who've had nothing to do with this at all, because you can't go, well, they're from a different country, and tar them from, with the same brush. Otherwise, I'm not being funny, we need to look at English history. We haven't always been the nicest. So to anyone that's in Belfast, I really hope that you are not affected by this situation. I hope you are all safe, and I really hope it calms down soon, because it is just horrendous. The person who committed the crime is in police custody. He's been arrested, he's going to be charged. So let's let the justice system do its job, okay? Northern Ireland is the UK one. Did I just get my history completely around the wrong way? That was shockingly bad. I thought Southern Ireland was... Oh, I'm so sorry to all the Irish that I've just got the history completely back to front on. Thank you, Raven. Northern Ireland is the one chose to stay with England, and then Southern Ireland is its own country. I got very confused because I went to Dublin, and Dublin is Southern Ireland, and for some reason, so apologies to all my Irish friends who now hate me. I do apologise. Okay, let's talk to Alphino before I muddle up any other type of history anyway. I'm glad to see you, dear Wara. Vitra has explained our present dilemma. It is no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. Understandable. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trust in the Ilzabar contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardising everything we've achieved. Trust again. Well, it seems to me there's naught for it but to speak to the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then perhaps we can start working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at a station called Senatus, near the Sena Curriculum Imperialis. I would be honoured to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others, save Zero. Might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Trapper's Den will have their own opinions. Alphino, if I may drag you along? Ooh, Alistair's got very shiny weapon of some persuasion. Seratium, we live to you. You are no stranger to the people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Then it's settled. Once you've learnt what you can, let's all meet in Forum Solace, where we left what I hope is a productive discussion. Well, we can only hope, Julius. We can only hope. Okay. So, let's go speak to the people. Oh, the serious lad. Serious lad. He's serious, he's... No! Stop it! The tower is evil. It will turn us all evil. I don't want to hear about it. Leave me alone. I'm feeling that's a no from him. Anyone else getting that as a no from him? Fretting lady. That's me. FFXIV, that tower isn't right, I tell you, all those magics. Years ago, when I lived in the provinces, the locals razed our village to the ground with the stuff, made things appear and disappear and fly and burn. I can still see it when I close my eyes. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about that tower any longer, it's unnatural. Okay then. I mean, this is not going well, is it really? Activate the Tower of Babel? Are you out of your mind? That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it when I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. Okay, good, excellent. How about I use it and then I tear it down? How about that? The Tower of Babel. But what's it got to do with Void Scent? Can't say I understand. Still, you and your people have done much and more for us Golians. If you say it's necessary, that's good enough for me. Now we got one out of 4. Because 1 out of 4 ain't bad. Is he on the train? Oh no. I bet he's on the train. I've just come off the train like a doofus. Oh, he's totally on the train, isn't he? Can I get on the train now? Yes, I can. Woo! Pop here. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Garlean people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared to speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions, cut our rations, or worse. No, forget I said anything, please. So that was not really productive. Basically, it's a no from everyone except one. I don't want to cut your rations, love. Right. Where is that place? Out of here. Okay. Let me have a quick bite of pasta while we're running. There's no classy way of eating spaghetti, sorry Peach. The good old day is back. Off we go. Oh, what is going on? Can you guys hear that? Like a buzzing noise when it freezes? I can't do that while I'm moving. That's disappointing, isn't it? She's in the garden. Do you remember we had to come in here and find some battery type things for the Magitech, and it was under the lake. Julius is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. Computer says no. The basic thought was no, hell no, and definitely not. Basically, it's mostly a no. Dear Wark, may I present to you Lords Neas and Metis, magistrates of our political council. Oh, excuse me. They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. Oh my goodness, I think I ate too quickly. Hang on a minute, guys. Cheers. I've got a nice cup of coffee. Extra strong. Oh yeah. Evil, you would be proud. Oh god, I hope I'm not going to hiccup at you for the next 5 minutes. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by the representatives of the Ilzabar contingent. I see Alpha, Noah and Alice have yet to arrive though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. Oh, I like his coat. Look at that. That's groovy. Sorry. Distracted. The tower is the manifestation of Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it? Nay, we have had enough. Oh, this guy is just rude, isn't he? While you're on the correcting thing, Erenville is like Nightcrawler, not Beast. That is true. That is who I was aiming for, but my brain couldn't quite get there. Any other corrections that you wish to add while we're here? I'm happy to be corrected if I get things wrong. Otherwise, how do you learn? The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald and all that lies within her bounds is beholden to no one. I'm quite I feel like just withdrawing all of the aid and letting them starve and freeze. They're so rude. Rahaban. Yeah, I know. And some things are just fun to irritate people with. I'm like Joey in Friends. Je m'appelle Claude. Blah 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 blah. Do not like these people at all. Like, seriously, I would be clearly a rubbish diplomat, because I'd be like, oh, you're being such a plank, why can't you just see? And this is why I'm not in that job, obviously. We will treat with the Ilzabar contingent if only to assert our rights. If your intentions are benevolent as you claim, then you will agree to our demands. I mean, I'm feeling like agreeing to my fist meet in your face right now. See, and not a diplomat. Euless is eager to get out of the cold. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Teretium. I still can't say that one. I'll also instruct Alphana and Alisai to meet us there. Lord Metius, Lord Nias, by your leave, my colleagues, comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Ilzabard contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future is sorely lacking. In my ignorance I would struggle to contribute. Oh. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I only wish to identify common ground upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Hello, Evil. Yes, I'm alright. I'm drinking very strong coffee, you'll be pleased to know. Are the doggies okay? Very well. But know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. I judge your words to be inappropriate. If it's settled then, you should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there after I see their excellencies safe to Teretium. Oh, how are you, Evil? How's your day been? you've unlocked Dancer. Nice. Dancer's very fun. Oh. Does this keep freezing for you, or is it just me? Because it's super annoying. He's got a cap on. Oh, why has he got a cap on? Dancer's fun. It might be a bit simple for you actually, Evil. I think that you tend to be a bit more complicated. Not you personally, but you know, you like more complicated stuff, don't you? Why'd you gotta go and make things so complicated? See the way you acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like that thing. So, Mr. Fran has a cousin who is obsessed with football. Like, literally, we can't go out anywhere without him having the football on in the background, or on his phone, or on a tablet. And like, you know, everyone's got their love of things, you know, fair enough. But I'm like, I don't get it personally, but I'll be like, they're all just kicking the ball around. You know, each to their own though, whatever makes people happy. Has anyone got something that they can't just, you know, can't put down, anything they're interested in, any like hobbies or sports or anything that you're just like, I need to have this with me the whole time? Dancer is fun in the beginning. On 100, you need to look. You need to do a heal or something when the healers die. Oh no, football week hasn't just started. Thing is, I wouldn't mind, right, if it was just the football games. Yeah, because you know what? I don't mind watching stuff like the World Cup. If there's a big game on, you know, fair enough. My issue with it is this, okay? They can't just have the football game on. No. They have to have on a bit before the football where they talk about what they think is going to happen. Then they have a first half. Then they have half time where they talk about something that's just what's just happened and what they think is about to happen in the second half. Then they have the second half. Now, if you're lucky, then the game ends. If not, then you go to extra time. Then you go to sudden death. Then you go to penalties, and then everyone gets all upset. And then they have to sit down afterwards and talk about what just happened. I'm like, something that's supposed to take, what, an hour and a half ends up taking like 4 hours. That's 4 hours of my life. So yeah, each to their own. You guys enjoy it if you're watching it, but no, it's like, just not for me. It's just not for me. Here it is, Senators. A temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. So you learn Fran loves football. I don't hate football. I don't hate the actual like hour and a half of football that's been played. I just need to not have all the stuff that goes on around it. The traitors unlocked. It was only about 20 minutes actually, which is slightly different to adding in like an hour each side of the match. So there. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Right, here we go. Let's go and sweet talk some dignitaries, baby. Sorry. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilzabad contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you not observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. And if not, we'll just leave them to be eaten by the Voidsen. No, that is not the correct attitude, Fran. Okay. We'll take the people who wanted to cooperate with us and leave the others who didn't to the Voidsen. That's fair, isn't it? Like, you didn't want to cooperate with us? You reap what you sow. Reap, reap, reap. You're gonna reap just what you sow. What song is that? Answers on a postcard, please. What song is that? It was done with like a choir in the background. Anyone help me? Help. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. Fair. I'll say this much. Our leaders labour to preserve our culture, our way of life, what remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Wouldn't be funny, but Garlemald does not have the best reputation. Right, let's not touch the barrel of ceruleum. I don't think they will appreciate me stealing their stuff while I'm here. Or am I supposed to, because that's stuff of note? Maybe I'm supposed to have a look at it. I'll just... If I look at it, are they going to get a bit grumpy? I recognise the large casks as the very same we used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. Oh, okay, so we were supposed to investigate that. Good-o. Right, there's one up that way and one down that way, so let's go this way first. Hello Maya, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on into the stream. How are you doing today? Are you in game tonight? A stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilzabad contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. I mean, that's a negotiating tool right there. I am not very nice. Like, in real life, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's help people, absolutely. And then in this, I'm like, absolutely not. You know, if they don't do what they're told, just take their aid away. Oh, Marcus. Hang on a minute, he's familiar. No, dude, how tricks? How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive with outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire's collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Yeah, I'm not even sure why we're helping these people then. Okay, over this way. Ah, Varshan, Varshan. And buzzing. That's super annoying. It was a charity version of Perfect Day with you two. You too! Thank you, Reuben. See, he's so clever. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? People don't like us. They understand that they need us, but they don't want to need us. Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbour a measure of resentment. So if they're going to resent us anyway, if we give them aid without any strings attached, then we may as well attach those strings and they can resent us some more. Do you think? Well, they only have themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. Exactly, Zero. How many times must I tell you it's absolutely out of the question? What's occurring? We're going to go and stick our noses in. Excellent. What's going on? Oh, what's occurring? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, nah, I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man claims it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route, but you heard him. They refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains. We cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's nothing we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement? Of course! Zero's got a plan. Well, she didn't realise she had a plan. Well, I do understand the difficulty of your position. As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Off we go again. I feel like we just run around the map, really, don't we? And it'd be nice to stand still for 5 minutes. It's never gonna happen. Ugh. I mean, I'm very lazy about travelling today. You know, sometimes it's okay to be a little bit lazy. Is anyone watching football? Do we know the score? Do we know who's playing? Do we know anything that's going on? A bit too. That's better. I didn't have a good angle there, did I? Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Radzat-Han and the people of Garlemald. Yeah, smart. Please, continue. You do like a difficult class. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Isabard contingent, or, in rather less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise, then, that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. Good job, Zero! One that would restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Smart. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzat-Han abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. Okay. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Radzat-Han's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. It is a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Look at that, Zero. Having great ideas. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Then, though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Radzat-Han were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalise trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, and I ask you to join me in negotiations at Terrotium, your support may be instrumental in winning over Lords Neos and Metius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Terrotium. Okay. Oh. Ow. Right, well now. Back to Terrotium. Yep. I suppose I could actually find the exit, that would be useful. My thing is loving the dais today, isn't it? It's like all about the dais today. Seems a bit quiet again tonight, guys. I know we've got a couple of people who are out and about. Obviously, more people watching the football. What else has been going on? Oh, I've got some wholesome stuff to share with you. I love a bit of wholesome news, as you know. So, the Kent Wildlife Trust has started doing this free course. You can do it online. It's to learn all about different local birds in Kent. And so every day they send you a little fact sheet about a different bird that you will have locally. So blackbird, a sparrow, robin, and with it you get the sound of their call, their chirps, and it's just such a nice little wholesome thing to do. So so like I said, the first day was blackbird, the second day was robin, the third day was ching ching, today was the thrush, and it's all the different calls that you hear but you don't really recognise. Yeah, it's just a really lovely thing to be doing. It's a free course and you can find it on the Kent Wildlife Trust website. I signed up and literally that day I got my first one, and it's just a little nice wholesome thing to do, you know. So if you're looking for a little bit of maybe like a nature thing, a little bit of a wholesome thing to do, a little bit of something to share with the kiddies, then I can recommend that. It literally it takes 5 minutes out of your day. That's it. I totally should have taken the teleportation option. Well, mind you, it's nice to just glide through the countryside. And then I shall struggle to find a way in, because I always do. I need to go further north than I think I do. Just a reminder, guys, as well, that I am here next week, but the week after I am away, so there will be no stream. The week of the 22nd, so that's the 23rd and the 25th, there won't be any stream. Okay, you'll have to entertain yourselves, I'm afraid. Yes, we are off on our little hollybobs, so I won't be here, but I will remind you, of course, before we go as well. Hello, Mr. Pippin. So yeah, the nice guy that I spoke to from the insurance company was like, what I'll do is I'll put a note to say that you're away, and so we won't send you any reminders or anything until you're back from holiday. And I was like, you are so helpful. Like, are you sure that you work for an insurance company? Hello, Shutai. I know, a week without me. I'll tell you what, just for you, she'll pop on the socials just to say hi. Okay? That's just for you, Shutai. Where is the way in? Where is the way in? Right, now this is where I always struggle, because there should be a way in. And I think it's the other side of this rock. You should change the sub-goal to fine fund. Oh no, don't. Or even I can't find the way in. It's for you to laugh at on Discord. Oh, I think. Don't forget the extra stream in July for FanFest. Yeah, we'll make up for you missing this one by having an extra one. Do you know what? I'm cheating because I can never do. I don't know why I do this to myself because I just can't. I know it's inside, but I can never find it. Can I fast travel? Yeah. The problem is, you see, that I always think I can remember the way in, and I never can. So I should have just cheated in the first place. I know, guys. You are right. What are you up to, Shut Eye? Where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go to New Zealand, but I haven't got the funds yet. A crowd you may have bought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you will do will convince us otherwise. Oh, you are such a grump. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. Shut eye, not much. No, I have very simple tastes. As the Satrap of Radzatan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. So he goes on to explain Zisich. Sorry everyone. I thought I might have longer. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement represents a rare opportunity. I am having some spaghetti carbonara because baby Fran didn't want to go to sleep, and so I didn't get any dinner. It is cold spaghetti carbonara by now, and it's kind of solidified a bit. I'm really selling it, aren't I? Oh, what are you having? Are you on takeaway again? Because I'm jealous if you are. Tis true, we do not want for Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend upon the precise terms, but I can see the merits. Oh yeah, still good. Still good. It's cheese and pasta with bacon. What could possibly go wrong? What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You serve the Emperor. We're a proud patriot. Yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant. Like you. I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. You're having barbecue ribs with jacket potato and cheese and butter. Oh, that sounds really good. Very nice, very nice. You enjoy that. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Nihilus. And there will be a reckoning, oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Metius, wait, it isn't safe out there. I mean, if we let him go wandering by himself out there, might just solve a little problem, I'm just saying. Inappropriate neglect, Fran, inappropriate neglect. Oh. Why do I have to be so good? God damn it. Bet we're going to have to go after him now, aren't I? Concern is writ plain on Ulysses' face. Yes, Mr. Pippin, can I help you in some way? Oh, you're coming up, are you? Oh, God, hang on a minute. It's all going on. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Metius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join in the search. They can't have gone far. if Lord Metius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. Just let nature take its course. Darwinism, people. Darwinism, you know. Ugh. Fine. Fine. I'll go. Fine. I'm going. I'm going. Hello, Mr. Pippin. Mr. Pippin's looking at me like, what are you going on about? You got. Oh, I'm on my phone. This is the way to travel, especially when you're going the wrong way. I'm laying down. I'm getting comfy. Don't want it. Right. So, Mr. Pippin has decided that Baby Fran is basically now his favourite person after me. No, before me now. It was after me. Now she's taken my spot in his affections. So in the morning, he comes in the bedroom, comes to me for a cuddle. He goes to Mr. Fran and has a sniff and a stroke, and then he goes and snuggles up with Baby Fran, and then she's like, I don't want to get up, and I'm like, but you've got to get up now, because you know we've got to go, and I've got to go to work, and Daddy's got to go to work, and you've got to go to whoever she's going to that day. And she's like, but I don't want to. And Mr. Pippin is snuggled up with me, and I'm like, oh, thank you, you little traitor. But cats definitely have a person, don't they? They have a person, and then when you are the secondary human, they're less bothered about whether you're there or not. Poor Mr. Fran is the secondary human. The cat's like, I would like a cuddle and a sniff with you. That's fine, but then I shall go back to Baby Fran or to me, unless no one else is here, and then I will settle down with you. But only for a minute, until someone comes back. Poor Mr. Fran, so neglected. Silly cat. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way now. Oh lord. Houston. I've gone the wrong way. I bet I can't get onto there, can I? Oh, I can. No, I'm stuck. Oh lord. Let's come back this way, but how did I get there before? It must be this way. Must be this way. What does everyone else have for dinner? Eva, what did you have for dinner? Or have you not had dinner yet? Did you just literally just live on coffee again? I think the people of Senatus might surprise, actually. I think they might be like, trade? Trade? You mean I can get new stuff? I can have a job? I reckon the people of Senatus might be up for it. What do you think? What are we thinking? Right, so he's got to be around here somewhere. There he is. Right. Okay. Dealt with. Dealt with. I'm alive. I'm alive. They say it's gonna rain, but I'll survive. Yes, dude, you're alive. Mr. Pippin, how do you always manage to get your legs all tangled up, you silly cat?
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
This wasn't the sisters, it was me.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
Seriously? Seriously? We could have just let him be mushed by Magitek.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here? It's a Buffy song.
I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Do you remember there was this like bit of a 90s craze, right, of TV shows, and they would feature bands in them, and sometimes you would have some absolutely cracking bands that you would discover via watching a TV show. So in Buffy, for example, I had this amazing singer called Michelle Branch, and off the back of literally just watching her on Buffy and knowing one song, I went and bought her album, I saw her live, and Do you guys remember this? Like, other shows did it as well. They'd have bands on. I know Hollyoaks had Maverick Sabre on. So this is a bit of a 90s trend. Do you guys remember? Do you remember any shows having a band on and you then, you know, finding a band through a TV show?
Is there hope for us?
There's no time for us.
Aye. So long as we live.
Okay, if you don't want to know the football scores, cover your ears. 3, 2, 1. Mexico won 2-0. So, good job, Mexico. Nice. Good job, Mexico. Remy 0 in Smallville. Nice. Awesome. Awesome memory. See, and this is what I just love. Like, the 90s came out with some good stuff. We should bring it back. Do any TV shows do that now? I don't think they do.
Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
You can't run the way you did. You can't run the way you did, can you?
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station.
I mean, it's a bit ageist, but whatever.
I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me?
Sure. Sure, there's nothing like a little bit of, you know, near-death experience to help you along the way.
Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Cool. You can thank me by being less of a douchebag. How about that? There's a lot of dramatic features in his outfit as well.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word.
Ooh.
With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Natural.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
Tertium, not terretium, or whatever I've been calling it. Tertium. Right, you need to shift your bum up a little bit.
What is it?
What do you want?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
Hello, Flame. Thank you very much for the sub. Always appreciated. If you do want to sub, it does help. And also, if you've got Amazon Prime, you can sub for free. If you need help to do that, just pop it in the chat and tech support will talk you through it. Hello, Flame. How are you? Long time no see. How are you keeping? Oh.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
So, what you been up to? Very iconic, very sleep max then. Okay, nice.
So that's how Zero came to join you.
Yeah.
Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister.
You're just relaxing, sitting in Party Finder. Oh, nice. What you trying to get into?
As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late.
Well, sometimes they need to hear it straight.
But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence.
Yeah, ha, those sneaky twins. Cheers, everybody.
Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself.
An ulti-raid. Selkie tempted you and you're addicted to doing more of it. That Selkie is such a temptress. I don't know if there's anyone about. It's quite quiet tonight. I was going to say, I don't know if Tyrus and Mr. Fran are about to help. Just volunteering them now.
Perhaps
They'll be like,
it's
we're doing
because
our
the
own stuff,
magistrate
woman.
felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
I don't know what to do with Selkie. First, she leads us astray with bread, and then she tempts us into ultimate raids. Well, I say.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it.
Well, if there's no one to show you what trust should look like, then it is
No one
hard.
trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
Yeah. Break the wheel. Break the wheel. There's a good Game of Thrones line when Daenerys is like,
During
like,
the Contra
"Are you
Memoria,
going to stop the wheel?" She's
we
like,
had
"No, I'm gonna
already
break
come
it."
to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive.
Problematic.
My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
That's not how the void works.
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened.
I wonder if this was... Do you remember, going back a few raids, we had the raids with the animals. There was the turtle and the tiger or lion, some sort of panthery, jaguary, leopardy, big cat. The phoenix, and I'm sure they were under the sea. I can't remember what the raids were called, but they were like ancient protectors of... They were keeping some dude in ropes, but the ropes were fraying. We had to save him. Big fire demony thing. Anyway, they had a mate who was a swordsman. I wonder if this is a little kickback to that, and he was the swordsman whose name I cannot remember right now, who the phoenix was in love with. Who was going travelling to help. Oh no, this is on the 13th Thursday, so probably not.
They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search for means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world?
It's a shame.
Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit.
I always choose to leave. No, maybe not always, that's the problem, I suppose.
I expected some manner of outburst. Some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more.
It's very hard to trust, isn't it?
I continued fighting alone. But ultimately I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations.
I feel like this is quite a good metaphor for mental health, you know, because you feel like you're fighting by yourself, and sometimes you're even fighting yourself as well as the people around you that are trying to help you. And then when you experience mental health, sometimes you do feel like you're fighting monsters, you're fighting abominations, your world is completely changed, and it's a really tough place to be. I always feel sorry for people that are going through, you know, psychosis and delusions, and I just feel that must be so difficult to deal with. And I think it's very hard for us to kind of imagine those feelings, that completely being overtaken by suspicion of people who love you and are trying to help you and truly believing they're trying to hurt you. So I just feel like this is kind of a good metaphor. I'm not sure if they meant it that way, but it's kind of how I'm taking it. I thought my screen got stuck then. I was like, hello.
I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it.
Well, you were in a bit of a tough situation there, Zero.
I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation.
Oh, no, we got
Had
to
I joined
find
them
as well.
as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
No, but we all learn from history. Well, some of us try and learn from history. Some of us just ignore it and, you know, repeat it.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get.
And there's life, there's hope.
What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you.
Shh, let's not force that upon her. She might
If you
freak
didn't
out.
feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots?
I mean, she does like spicy food, mate.
I trust you too, for what it's worth.
And some of us would fight wars for cake and chocolate and cheese, I'm just saying. Spices.
Here it is again.
Oh, those mushy feelings, they're tough, aren't they?
The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow.
Dastardly emotion.
If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
However you like. With a handshake, perhaps? I mean, within reason. However you like, within reason. Let's not scare the poor man.
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
I love Zero. I'm loving Zero. She's my favourite character, so she's definitely going to die, but I love her so much. I love her discovery. Oh, it's just amazing. Coffee was obviously not strong enough, or I need more of it, possibly. We're having a little, what do you name it? Flashback. Punch your bum up a little bit. So, I don't know if you guys have got pets, but Pippin genuinely loves me, bless him, and sometimes he'll be all snuggled on my lap like he is now, and he looks up at me with like this pure adoration, and I look back at him probably with the same adoration, and I just know that even when you're biting my foot, you don't mean it, and that you do love me, and you love the fact that I stroke your head and feed you and play games with you, and that you have a nice safe place to be in, and some nice food and some treats, and you are a spoilt rotten cat. Oh, pets. They do give you the most honest kind of love, don't they? Good gracious me, look who come bursting on in. Hey, Maybelle. How's my Southern Belle? Thanks for joining. Thank you. I feel at last as though I've found the orders I sought, and I owe it all to you and Julius. Right then. I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. We should join them. How you doing, Maybelle? What should we have for our supper? Juice, garlic, pizza. Oh, let's have some pizza. That sounds nice. I am all good in the hood, thank you. I'm just having Pippin cuddles on my lap. It's giving me a slight cramp in my foot because I've got to hold my legs still. But, you know, anything for the love of a cat. Our friends have got a dog, and their dog is really poorly and a bit disabled, bless them. And they have to help the dog to go to the toilet every 8 hours. And you see, this is love, isn't it? What we do for our pets. You are tired. Why? What have you been up to? Maxima goes on to say, full glad am I to see everyone returned and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. What? You've read the memorandum. I'll trust you find the terms acceptable. This is why you don't have pets. I know, but you love them and they love you, and at the end of the day, if they're old and they're disabled, you don't just, you know, give up on them. Unfortunately, there are people that give up on their old disabled pets and they hand them into shelters. Why you see quite a lot of old pets in shelters. So if you take on a pet, it is for life. Make sure you've got the commitment to help them if they do have to go to the toilet every hours, and you have to help them to do it. So it's fair enough, Maybelle. If you can't do that, that's absolutely fine. You don't commit to it. But if you do have a pet, you should commit to it. And do you know what's super sad as well? So there is quite a high percentage of marriage failing after women get serious illnesses. So in cancer counselling, one thing that they do is they talk to women about what provision they have in place, what support networks they have apart from their husband, because there is quite a high percentage of men who will walk away from their wives who are ill. I just think that's so incredibly sad, and when I read stuff like this, I do think of how lucky I am to have Mr. Fran, because even though he drives me crazy, bless him, I know that he, you know, we've done the in sickness and in health business. So yeah, I think sometimes we don't appreciate our partners for how good they are. So appreciate your partner. This is my challenge to you this week. I want you to do something nice for the people that you love, your partners, because you've obviously chosen them for a reason. So I want you to do something nice for your partner this weekend. That's what I want you to do. I mean, not that you wouldn't anyway, but something extra nice. Also, I won't desert Mr. Fran if he ever gets ill. Just so he knows that. We did have a little experience with this. So Mr. Fran ended up deaf in one ear for a few days. And you know, when you're like, oh my god, this is our future when we get old, because I'm shouting him up the stairs. He's like, what? I can't hear you! You just have to laugh at these things, don't you? Ow. Pippin, gentle. 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 I do. And Nailus, I pray you forgive my disgusting, disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behaviour, but of placing the burden of negotiation solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Void-sent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of Cerolium. I have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senator's are here. It's quite a crowd. My friends and countrymen, Lend me your ears. Oh, we're quoting Shakespeare now. Right, careful, Pippin, you're going to fall. Oh, okay, you're trying to fall. That's fine. Oh, I've got such cramp in my foot, I can't even tell you. Does anyone else see a little bit of Willem Dafoe in this guy? Is it just me? I can't think who he's been crossed with. Maybe Willem Dafoe and Joaquin Phoenix if they had a love child. I am pleased to inform you on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzat Khan. I'm totally doing the wrong voice, but never mind. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to return the individuals before you access... Oh no, hang on a minute. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Radzat Khan will provide us with supplies which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Radzat Khan holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Pippin, what are you doing now? Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars that you might convey them to those elsewhere. Have you guys not heard of a newspaper? I'm just saying. So, burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognised as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. That was very smart. 'Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel. A rather timely development given the 8th attack's impending arrival. Thank you, Orangier, for stating the obvious. Once the tower stores have been replenished, we need but await Ystola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. I am, as ever, in your debt. You are good friends. Special friends. Oh guys, it's a bit chilly tonight. I'm actually a bit cold for the first time in forever. For the first time in forever, I need a jumper on. 'Cause the first time in forever. Right. What's Orangier got to say next? He wishes to take stock of the situation. Do you like a good stock?
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.
Oh, go on then.
Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete.
Cool.
However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
That's right, Y'shtola will work out.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion.
I mean, it's quite a big ask, but I'm sure Y'shtola's totally got this.
Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
Or she might be like, get out of my kitchen while I'm working. That's what I'm like in the kitchen.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
Let's go. Oh, let's have coffee first. Oh.
Ere we set forth, however, Ishtola did bid me relay a message to thee.
So one of the ladies I work with at the hospital, I swear to God, she mainlines Red Bull. Like, whenever I see her, she's got a can of some kind of energy drink in her hand. Her blood is slightly brown and bubbly, I think. And I'm like, you are going to give yourself a heart attack if you carry on necking these things. Honestly. But, you know, we're tired and we've got to go through the day. But still.
As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the Void.
I mean, I'm hoping he knows that. It's how we got started on this whole mission.
Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow great worm.
Bring Vitra forth.
You would have me go in my true form.
Well, duh. Although, then he might get kidnapped as well. Oh,
Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon.
Literally, I can't help myself. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Toddler mums, help me.
To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes.
Probably for the best.
And until such time as we find Ashdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
I promise to look after it. Did you get that? Did you get that? Thank you. I am here for at least another 17 minutes. Aye. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Will you do this for me?
I won't. Of course I will, Vashon. I can be trusted. Oh, it's getting worse and worse.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
I mean, they can do
Understood. We'll be ready.
that. They can do that.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
I'll try my best. Be careful, not all the seeing stones are accounted for. Oh no. Oh no. They're going to use the other eye against me, aren't they? Oh no. Thank you for that warning. Thank you for that warning. Right, let's go. Off to the Sea of Stars. I clicked a bit quicker than I expected myself to click there. Right. The reference went over your... It didn't go over my head at all. I'm well aware of the reference. I assumed that you were giving me a warning, not just a reference. Zorangier. Oh.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
I do enjoy some Entourage in my life. There was a show called Entourage. It was very popular. I never really watched it. Don't know if you guys remember it. I was expecting to do...
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Nothing had nothing to do with the game. Oh, okay. I thought it was a warning. See, reading things into things.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
I feel that we are coming up to a big fight. I got a feeling. Ooh.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you.
Thanks. I'm also freezing. Oh.
For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher.
Awesome.
All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
Let's hope so. Otherwise we've gone to a lot of trouble for nothing.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other.
Okay, don't get too excited. We might open the gate to loads of
even
void.
Managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak.
Yes, I am. So, while we're on holiday, Mr. Fran and myself and some of his cousins and his brother, we're going to be playing a kind of Star Wars version of D&D. So we've made our characters, and bless them, they're all getting so into it. We've got a dedicated chat, and everyone talks only in their character in the chat. We've gone in hard, people. We've gone in deep. But yeah, I am looking really looking forward to it, actually. So the guy that's going to be running it has really been like cracking his research, and he's really like focused. He's done his homework. He's read lots. My character is a pilot, so I get to drive a starship. Woohoo! I'm very excited. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Does anyone else like doing sort of D&D type tabletop gaming?
The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favour of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel.
I'm sure he would have been quite happy to grant any favours. Oh, I've lost my mouse. Oh, I've actually lost my mouse. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied.
Fair. His is looking a little bit evil there. That was a bit scary. I think it was just where the screen froze a little bit.
The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Awesome. Sounds like a very sensible precaution.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it.
Smart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it and all that jazz.
We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed.
Smart. Very smart.
That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
I like her way of thinking. Don't reinvent, repair.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration.
I mean, might have been worth trying to fix them before, I'm just saying.
There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
Okie dokie then. Has anyone else played any other good tabletop games that they would like to recommend? We do love a bit of gaming. We've got loads of games in our house. One of my favourites, I think I mentioned before, is called On a Scale of 1 to T-Rex. And it's so good. And I really want to play it again. We haven't played it in a while. So, you get given an activity you've got to do and a number. And everybody gets a different activity and a different number. So your number will be from 1 to 10. And say your activity might be like cry like a baby. So if you get a 1, you have to put that amount of effort in. So you might just be like, If you get a 10, you might literally be rolled up on the floor, crying, kicking your legs, you know, going for it. And you then have to try and watch other people while you're doing this. Why am I running? To try and figure out who is roughly on the same number as you. And it's a really fun game. It's so simple, but it's so much fun. Honestly, you just end up killing yourself with laughter. And we haven't played it for ages. I should totally play it again. And it's not an expensive game either. So yeah. We usually take a few games away with us on holiday because obviously where we have La Bubba, we don't spend all night out and about. But we do tend to go, hello, Sandman. We do tend to sort of go to the clubhouse for the kids' disco and that kind of thing. Alright, here we go then. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiac's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void scent. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defence, and I believe the Loporrit supporters will be suitable for this purpose. Orangier Diawara, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Livingway and Bestways Burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you as a... Oh, hang on, that's totally the wrong voice. I will join you as a void scent. My knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray, do the same. Off we go to speak with Livingway. Bestways Burrow? We haven't been there in a little while, have we? I'm gonna get lost again, aren't I? As usual. As usual. Okay. We have to go up the stairs, which I seem to remember are behind me somewhere. Over there. And then not back on myself. I wonder if I've got any job quests I ought to be doing. I don't think. Do they still come at like every 5 levels? Oh no. Houston. Oh no. So we go further up. We go further up. I thought I'd got it wrong there for a minute. Over by that way. So, I don't know if you guys have heard this on the news, okay? Some of the younger Trumps have bought some protected land in Albania and they want to turn it into a resort or something. Anyway, the Albanians have taken exception to this and they have literally... They are up in arms. They have gone on strike. Hundreds of thousands of people have gone on strike to get this land back saying, you know, it's protected land, we don't want them building their resort on it. They took to the street in force, man, and you know what, I just gotta love it. So good job to the Albanians. We should protect our land, and we should look after our protected land, and we shouldn't let it be sold to someone just because they can pay a lot of money for it. So good for them. Good for them, I say. Alright, Living Way, what you got to say for yourself? There you are! Ishtola has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this void-sent containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can, and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. Raven, can you start looking for a raid, please? Wobbling way. That will probably be me. Ooh, Aether current. Let's grab that while we're circulating. Right, undoubtedly this will now lead to a 20-minute cutscene. But let's go for it.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Oh. Oh my god. Look at them, the little
Hello
robot
there, friends.
bunnies!
A new person.
Hey.
There was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
I like the robot bunnies, they're cute.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush. Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Atheris remains our greatest joy.
Good, because, you know, any aid you can offer is always
So
gratefully
you can
accepted.
count on us, ever and always.
Likewise, Living Way. Oh, they're sleeping
Right,
away.
so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe.
Smart.
They've never tussled with Void Scent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends.
Well, fortunately, we've got someone that can give you some data. How convenient.
Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment. And who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Atheris?
Well, actually, Zero might be better in this particular
I
instance.
believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
She's got all scary eyes, people. It's not scared of bunnies. Well, it's a good thing we did a test.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
I've got a feeling there's going to be no bunnies left.
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into void-sense slaughterbots!
I mean, yeah, maybe not that name though.
Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
400 years.
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed.
I love the fact they measure time in carrots. This is brilliant.
But if you were to provide us with encouragement...
Like what? What do you want?
We just might be able to do it in 2.
So cute. Oh, look at that little face. Forget the puppy dog eyes. It's all about the little blubber eyes now. You should know what I want.
This I leave to you.
Yeah, brilliant. That was funny. Tech support, can I have a raid, please? Thank you. The Loperits' eyes twinkle with anticipation as they wait your buoyant exhalation to wit they yearn for you to rally their spirits. Okay, well we shall rally them next time. I'm going to head back to the house. Oh no, not Limpsa. That's not where I want to go. Back to the house. Back to the house we go. Since Mr. Fran is currently busy, I have a... Raids are up, everyone's gone to sleep. So I need to send out to tomorrow. Okay, fair enough. Right, thank you everybody for joining me. As always, I very much appreciate it. Let's go inside the house. So, I will be back on Tuesday as usual to carry on main story quest. Hopefully you guys will be free to join me. I know it's been a bit quiet this week, but come on. Oh, this is very annoying. It keeps freezing for no apparent reason. Why are you frozen on me? There we go. Right. Sorry, I found, oh no, it's a good thing I didn't just raid you over there because the stream I was about to raid you over to just ended. Helpful. So as I said, what I want you to do over the weekend is something lovely for someone you love. Just to remind them how much you love them. Because there are a lot of bad partners in this world. And to have found a good partner is an incredibly lucky thing. It's like winning the lottery to find a good person that suits your life. And every day, despite myself probably not always showing it or telling him, I do appreciate Mr. Fran. And, you know, I can't imagine being with anyone else. They'd never get me. They'd never put up with me, let's be honest. But certainly, when I hear the horror stories about what other people have to put up with, it does make you realise you know, how lucky we are. And also, do you know what, if you are not in a good relationship, if someone is not treating you well, if they're not looking after you, if they are gaslighting you or abusing you in some way, you do not have to stand for that. And just remember as well, guys, that instances of domestic abuse go up during football. People lose their tempers. They go home and blame their partner for the fact their team has lost, and then they slap them for it. So just be aware of the people around you. It's not something we like to look for, I know, but just be aware. Have a little sort of check-in with your friends to make sure they're okay. Sometimes you won't be able to do anything, but you can just keep an eye on people, and if you think there's something wrong, you know, just make sure they're okay. Just check in on people, because apparently a football game can spark violence at home. And if you are in a relationship where you are being abused, then please do reach out for some help. You do not need to stay in that relationship. You deserve better. You are a good person, okay? And there are domestic violence charities that can help you. There are safe places for you to go to. So please make sure you look after yourself, and just keep an eye on your friends as well. Make sure they're safe, okay? And I love you all. Okay. So we're just waiting on Mr. Fran, aka Reuben, to find a random. Let's go make someone's day, Reuben. Let me pop the raid message up in the chat while he's looking. So please take this with you. We actually don't have a huge amount of plans this weekend, which is quite cool. We're going out for some, maybe a bit of a picnic, then we're going to see some friends. So yeah, quite a chilled weekend, which should be nice. Right, I am going to raid you over to Ruby Rosalie, which is a great name. So please stay for the raid and support Ruby Rosalie. There's the raid message in the chat. And I will see you guys on Tuesday, and we'll carry on. I do think that we seem to be getting quite close to a fight, which is going to be interesting. Right. Good night, everybody. Oh, you've written it again. Ruby Rosalie. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I'll see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend.